the big thing with him is injuries.
Yeah, the key thing, big. Welcome back to another episode of Starting 9. Today, we're drafting teams with the best athletes under the age of 25. So some young stars, teams that we're building for the future.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So last time we did
best athletes over 21.
We did best athletes that are of 21. You're correct, and I had the first overall pick there.
Did.
So I think it's fair that you have the number one pick here.
Yep, and I'm taking QB1. Justin Herbert.
So I had him listed down, but I had him towards the bottom. I was hoping maybe later on I'll steal him from you, but I also figured you'd take him.
Taking him first.
Yeah, that's fair.
There's no better guy that you want at the helm under center for the next 10, 15 years with his frame, his talent, his brains, everything. Just the perfect guy you want. So I'm taking Justin Herbert, number one overall.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair. I should have expected you to do that. Well, since you're taking someone first overall that you are a fan of and you think is one of the best players at his position in his respective league, I'm going to be taking one of the best players in the league in a different sport.
Yeah, I already wrote it down.
I am a huge fan of, and that's Jason Tatum. You already have it written down. Yes, I'm going with Jason Tatum, the bright young star in Boston, 24 years old, still averaging 31 points, 9 rebounds, almost 5 assists a game, currently top 3 in MVP voting, I believe, or not MVP voting, but rankings as of this moment. 4-time All-Star, All-NBA team last year. He's going to continue to, if he stays in Boston, he's going to break every record as far as like age goes, like player like to accomplish this before a certain age. He's already had the most 50-point games in Celtics history. If he stays around in Boston, he's going to go down as one of the best Celtics ever.
Yeah, for sure.
And if he keeps going this trajectory, he will have an MVP in his accolades very, very soon. So, Jason Tatum, welcome to the team.
We're sticking with the J's. JJJ. Justin Jefferson.
Wow. Fuck.
There's not much to say. He's already on. He's on a career track to be the greatest wide receiver of all time.
Yes, he is.
He should have been a bigger name in MVP this year. He's gonna win. He should win Offensive Player of the Year this year. The guy is unstoppable. Almost was so close to breaking Calvin Johnson's single season record, which is insane in itself. Even though he didn't, that's ridiculous. And Justin Herbert throwing Justin Jefferson the ball.
Can't go wrong with that.
No,
that's as good as it gets right there.
You can't.
Oh, fuck. I had Justin Jefferson on my list here. I would have liked to have paired him with this next guy who I have a dynasty football league, and I have Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase, who I'm picking right now. Jamar Chase. Now, I am with you. I think Justin Jefferson is on a trajectory to legitimately become one of the best receivers, one of the most complete receivers the game has ever seen. Yeah. Jamar Chase is right behind him, I believe.
He is.
I think Jamar Chase, you look at the setup, you said what you said about Joe Burrow, but he has a quarterback that he has a generational
quarterback.
Yeah, has a generational quarterback that he has chemistry with going back to their college days.
Yep.
I think Jamar Chase, from what you saw his rookie year, this year as well, he missed a few games, but even with a few missed games, he still had over 1,000 yards receiving, 9 touchdowns. Yeah. Those numbers are only going to get higher. 2-time Pro Bowler, Offensive Rookie of the Year. More awards are going to be presented to him as his career goes on. But for 22 years old, he has done a lot so far. Now it's going to get interesting.
Oh, man.
Now it's going to get interesting.
Do we stay with the Jays? They've all been Jays so far.
I'm interested in what you're gonna. I'm interested in your picks because obviously, when we did the whole 21, you were doing all baseball. You were sticking to something. I don't know if you're gonna be sticking to a sport here. You're gonna be moving around because so far you're 2 for 2 on football.
Oh man,
no baseball players have been brought up yet. So
not yet. We're sticking with the Jays. We're going Juan Soto.
Okay, so there's the first baseball guy. Okay,
had a down year this year in his terms. A down year. Was part of a huge trade to San Diego. He's in a much bigger spotlight now. As a 20-year-old who's hitting home runs off Justin Verlander in the World Series, he is one of the most advanced and smart and patient hitters in the game. Very undervalued in that sense because a lot of people look at the power numbers these days, and a complete hitter, a complete package. He's going to go down as one of the best hitters to ever walk the planet when it's all said and done, even this early. I will stick with that.
That's a great pick. Maybe the correct pick. He could have been the first overall pick in this whole thing, to be honest with you.
He definitely could have.
I'm going back to basketball, and I'm going to go with Luka Doncic.
Okay.
23 years old, turning 24 in a few weeks. Happy early birthday. Averaging 33 points, 9 rebounds, 8 assists this year. As a 23-year-old, he's been a 4-time All-Star, 3-time All-NBA. And just how you're talking with Juan Soto and career trajectory and what we're looking at here, if Luka Doncic continues to go down the path that he's going on and only gets better, which it seems like he is just getting better, he is going to go down as one of the best players to ever pick up a basketball. He is, I mean, the way his scoring numbers, he's going to smash all the records for youngest guy to score this, that.
Yeah.
He is going to win multiple MVPs in his career if he stays healthy. He is going to be the definition of unstoppable.
All right, we're going to give hockey some love.
Okay.
We're going to pick a guy from my alma mater who I wouldn't say I know personally, but we crossed paths a few times. Their locker room was right next to ours, and we shared training rooms and whatnot. Little did I know the greatness that I was in the presence of, and that's Cale Makar.
Cale Makar. Okay.
Already one of the best hockey players. He's probably a top 5 player already in the league, probably behind McDavid.
So I literally have McDavid pulled up. He's 26. He just turned 26.
Yeah, I mean, he's already has a Stanley Cup. Obviously, last year won the Stanley Cup MVP. Has a Norris Memorial Trophy. 2-time All-Star already as well.
That's very impressive.
I mean, he has 42 points in 44 games this year.
Yeah, he's unbelievable.
Or 45 points in 44 games this year, plus minus of 7. Just being able to play defense the way he plays defense, but score as a defenseman. He is. I mean, he skates around and scores and shoots like a wing. It's crazy. So I had to give hockey some love and UMass some love. So we're taking Cale Makar.
So I don't know if this is someone that you thought of. I'm going soccer.
Yeah, I was gonna say soccer. Yeah,
I'm going Kylian Mbappe.
Mbappe.
At 24 years old. I am older than him by 6 months.
That's what I was going to mention earlier now too, is I'm getting to the age now where all of these athletes are younger than me, and it's weird.
So it's weird. I love that you mentioned that, because I am 2 years older than you. I'm a few years older than you.
Yeah.
There was a time, I believe it was the 2016 or the 2017 NBA draft, where I'm watching this, and it was the first draft where majority of the kids I was older than. That hit me so fucking hard, dude, because it's baffling to me that how these guys are so young and accomplishing so much, and here I am talking about them. It's fucking insane.
Yeah.
But Mbappe, for his age, he's one of, if not one of the best soccer players in the world. Already a World Cup winner, won it at 18 years old. He is a 4-time, has won 4 League One titles. I'm talking like I know much about soccer. I'm just reading off his accolades. I know these are very important. Three Coupe de France awards, the second highest goal scorer for PSG in its history. Like I said, World Cup winner, the youngest French player and the second teenager to ever score in the World Cup, behind Pele. And he won FIFA World Cup Best Young Player, French Player of the Year, Golden Boot, Silver Ball, and set the record for most goals scored in the World Cup finals this past year. He is going to go down as one of the greatest. He's already in the same sentence as a lot of these greats, which is unheard of. At 24 years old, this kid is just... he's just getting started.
All right, we're going back to football, not football.
Football.
Micah Parsons already
good pick.
Already probably. I mean, it's debatable.
Best defender in football.
Yeah,
I think it's a pretty fair argument.
I don't think it's crazy.
No,
I
don't think so.
I don't think it's crazy.
I don't think it is.
I mean, he had 14 sacks this past year, which honestly, this past year, like statistically, was down from his year before. From an advanced standpoint, I mean, he led the league in pass rush win rate, which he had a 23% pass rush win rate, which is absolutely absurd. He's a game wrecker. You can put him in so many different positions. He can rush the passer, he can drop back in coverage, he makes open field tackles, he stops the run, he does everything you could ask from a linebacker he can do. Perfect guy to build around.
This guy, I'm also going to football. I'm going with potential future NFL MVP Jalen Hurts.
Wow, that's okay.
14-1 regular season record this year, 3,700 passing yards, 22 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. I'm going based off off of potential here and future. But I believe what we've seen from him this year, and as the years have gone on, I think I can trust him in to say that he can be a franchise quarterback.
Interesting. Not the quarterback I would have taken.
Not the quarterback maybe you wouldn't have taken, but I'm taking the guy that's going to be in the Super Bowl this weekend. And
that is very true.
Again, he's 14-1. They lost 2 games without him.
I will remind you that Jared Goff played in a Super Bowl, but
he didn't.
It's okay.
He did, but
all right. So we're gonna build the defense a little more.
Okay.
We're going with PS2 Pat Surtain the second. Again, like already, it's not crazy for me to say that he's a top 3 cornerback in the league. He is since he has come out of Alabama, he has been consistent. He's been locked down. I don't think he's really had a bad game. He is. There's not much to say. Pat Surtain has already become. He's easily a top 5 corner now. I would put him behind. I got Jair up there. Yeah, it's probably Jalen, Jair, and Pat Surtain right now. I don't really know who else I would throw in there at the moment. But yeah, his pick numbers are low, but that's because he doesn't get thrown at. So that's also a good thing. So
I'm getting my first baseball player. Haven't drafted anyone yet. I'm taking Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
It's not who I thought you were gonna take.
I'm taking Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Now this could be an emotional pick. I love Vladimir Guerrero Jr. I
He's
think
a great player.
He is absolutely electric.
He is.
Just his look, his power. He's got a fucking dump truck, bro. The guy comes up, he swings that shit. That shit's shaking until he's come back around home plate.
He does.
I believe that he would have won the MVP award if Shohei Ohtani wasn't in the American League 2 years ago. Vladimir Guerrero, he hit 48 home runs that year. He had 32 last year. I just think the future is unbelievably bright for a 23-year-old. If Toronto is smart enough, they'd keep him there for a very long time. You want to talk about young generational players, you talk about Juan Soto. And I'm not putting him in the same sentence as him, but Vladimir Guerrero is going to be like that face of the future generation of athletes in the MLB.
100%. I'm going to take my first NBA player.
Okay. Oof.
Ja.
Yeah, that's fair.
I have to take Ja.
No, yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
absolutely.
He's quickly becoming the poster boy of the NBA. He's doing something crazy every night. Just a perfect guy that you want to have. And he's also, he's an incredible player as well, too. So
since you took Ja Morant, I'm going to take the guy that throughout their entire careers, they're always going to be mentioned in the same sentence. They're always going to be together one way or another, and that's Zion Williamson. The big thing with him is injuries.
Yeah, the key thing, big.
Missed all of last year with a foot injury, but when he plays and he is healthy, he has career averages of 26 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, shooting over 60% from the field. Zion Williamson is borderline one of the most dominant, if not the most dominant player in the NBA. You get him into the paint, he's coming at you. You either move or you're going to get hurt.
I think I'm going to stick with baseball.
Okay.
This is who I thought you were going to take, and I get him 2 picks later. Ronald Acuna Jr.
I was debating him or Vladdy.
A different breed of baseball player. He's a 5-tool player. He's gonna have a 40-40 season at some point in his career. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. He'll probably have an MVP down the road as well. Again, just another one of those rising faces of baseball. He's becoming synonymous with Major League Baseball, so putting him together on the same lineup as Juan Soto is quite exciting.
I think I'm also gonna stick to baseball. I'm going with someone who hasn't been in the majors for too long, been called up for too long, I should say, but put up incredible numbers in the minors and already has gotten a massive contract extension based off of potential and what he will bring in the future to the Tampa Bay Rays. That is Wander Franco. Yeah, like I said, his numbers aren't the prettiest right now since he's been called up. Only .277 batting average, 6 home runs last year, but I think it speaks to the potential and talent that he already has, that he has gotten, what was it, an 8-year extension or something along those lines?
120 or something like that.
Got a big extension because of the numbers he put up. He had .331, .399, .535 averages when he was in the minors. I mean, he was fucking killing it over there. Unbelievable infielder as well. I think that he has the tools to be one of the best not best young players, but one of the best players going forward in the MLB with those, generational guys like Vladdy and Juan, and even Acuna. He could be, in that tier of guys. But for now, he's a project. I have high hopes for him. So welcome to the team.
I need another cornerback.
Cornerback?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're taking Jair Alexander.
Okay, I like it.
As I said before, he's probably the second best corner in the league right now. He talked shit about Justin Jefferson, and he backed it up and shut Justin Jefferson down.
He did.
He's incredibly talented. He always has. I mean, he has been since he's stepped in the league. He's been a cornerback one on a pretty solid Packers team. Not much to say. Pat Surtain and Jair Alexander is, if I was building a Madden team, those would be my two cornerbacks on my franchise team. So
you want you want to talk about throwing wrenches in there. You want to talk about throwing curveballs in there. I got a curveball for you. I am choosing Victor Wembanyama.
He hasn't even drafted yet, has he?
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. He plays professionally.
I respect it.
Plays professionally overseas.
I respect it.
The next stop for him is the NBA.
Yeah.
I can go over numbers and stuff. 22 points, 10 rebounds, 3 blocks. I can go over all that stuff. But I think it's just the guy is being touted. He is being described as the greatest draft prospect of all time, the greatest since LeBron James even. And from the look, just the eye test, you watch him play, you see what he does everything. That's our teams right there, Ben. I think we both drafted some different but interesting teams.
See, I like I might be a tad older, but from a level of production and youth already in their careers, I like my team a lot.
You want to give a list off your team?
So we have Justin Herbert, Justin Jefferson, Juan Soto, Kayla Carr, Micah Parsons, Pat Surtain, John Morant, Ronald Acuna Jr., and Jair Alexander.
And I have Jason Tatum, Jamar Chase, Luka Doncic, Kylian Mbappe, Jalen Hurts, Vladdy Guerrero Jr., Zion Williamson, Wander Franco, Victor Wembanyama. Two different teams. I definitely more on the young side. Definitely more on the young side, but I like it. I like where we're going. I like the direction, and I think both these teams.
I like how proven my team is.
Your team is proven. Your team is more proven, but I like the future of my team.
Let us know in the comments whose team you like better, and as well as guys we missed, and potentially some players that you would take for your under 25 and under team. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next week with another starting 9. Peace.